Good evening, one and all. Today I'm going to take up the second question, that is problem number 2. Okay, so I'm going to take problem number 2. So this problem number 2 is in the last problem we have seen in the continuous beam when both ends are fixed. Okay, but here we have to see when one of the end is fixed and other end is hinged. Okay, so this is the problem number 2. So now I'm going to take up the question now. Okay, I will give you the question and the procedure will be the same. Okay, there won't be any change in the procedure, but only there is only one condition, that one of the end is hinged. Okay, now so one end will be the fixed and the other end is hinged. Okay, one, two, three supports. So three supports totally. So one of the span is having 40 kilonewtons load. Okay, and the other one is having an UDL, and the last span is having a point load, one more point load over here, that is 30 kilonewtons. So this is 10 kilonewton per meter. This is an UDL. Okay, now this 40 kilonewton span, the total span is 5 meters, but the load is acting at 2 meters from the left hand side and 3 meters from the right hand side, and this total span, the second span is of 4 meters, and the third span from the left hand end it is 1.5 meters, and from the right hand end it is 2.5 meters. Okay, this is the question, and EI is constant. All right, so this is the question given. So what is our first step? Our first step is to find out what are the unknowns and what are the knowns here. Okay, so if you take the deflection over here, theta A will become, okay, let me give that notations, A, B, C, okay, A, B and C, D. So this is all about the question. Okay, now if you see here, theta A is what? Theta A is equals to 0. Why? Because it is fixed support. So theta B, theta C, theta D. So these three are out of 4, these 3 are unknowns. So now we have to calculate these 3 unknowns. Once you calculate these 3 unknowns, you will be having the final moments. Okay, so what is the step 1? Step 1 is calculation of fixed end moments. Okay, so step 1 is nothing but calculation of fixed end moments. Calculation of fixed end moments. So what you have to do, you have to split up the spans. So this is span 1, span 2, span 3, and you have to fix all the spans. What do you mean by fixing? We are arresting the deflections. I mean, we are arresting the spans. So this is the fixed ends. So here you are having 30 kilonewtons load. Okay, and of 1.5 meters, and this is of 2.5 meters. Okay, here we will be having an UDL. This UDL length is 4 meters and intensity is 10 kilonewton per meter. 10 kilonewton per meter. And here we are having again 40 kilonewtons of load. In this 40 kilonewtons of load, this is 2 meters and this is 3 meters. 2 meters, 3 meters. Okay. Okay. So this is how I have split up the spans. So once after splitting up the spans, you have to calculate the fixed end moment values. Okay, what is the first span? First span is having a 40 kilonewtons of load, and it is spanned in between 5 meters of 2 and 3 meters. So first, for that formula will be WAB square by L square. So MF AB equal to, so this will generate what type of moment? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? So this will become anti-clockwise and this will become clockwise. and this is anti-clockwise, and this is clockwise. This is anti-clockwise, and this will become your clockwise. Okay. Now MFAB is how much? Minus, because this is anti-clockwise, so MFAB. Now this direction is an anti-clockwise. That is the reason I am taking sign as minus over here. And this is clockwise. This will become MFBA. Okay. First, let me write there A, B, C, D. Sorry, A, B, B, C, and C, D. Okay. So minus W, A, B square by L square. This is the formula. You just substitute the values. So 40 into 2 into 3 square divided by total L is 5. That is the reason I have to write 5 square. Okay. So 40 into 2 into 3 square divided by 5 square. This will give you minus 28.8 kilonewton meter. Okay. Let me drag this. Okay. Now, next one is MFBA. So MFBA. So MFBA, what is that side? Rotation direction, movement direction. This is clockwise direction. So plus W A square B by L square. So A square B means 40 times of A square is how much? 2 square times, and B is how much? B is 3 meters whole divided by 5 square. How much is this value? So this value is plus 19.2. Okay, plus 19.2 kilonewton meter, right? Next, so this is about span 1. Next, we'll go for span 2, that is of UDL. Let me erase this. If I erase this, okay. So from the span 2, MFBC equal to, now if you see this BC, MFBC, MFCB, okay, MFBC, now the direction is anti-clockwise, so minus, it is an UDL, formula will be WL square by 12, so W will be 10, minus of 10, length is 4 meters, that is 4 square, divided by 12, this is minus 13.33 kilonewton meter. Similarly, MFCB, if you see MFCB, the direction is clockwise, plus WL square by 12. So this will become minus 10, sorry, plus 10 into 4 square by 12 whole divided by, okay, this is whole divided by, and this will become plus 13.33 kilonewton meter. All right. Now, so 2 spans are completed. We'll go for the third span. What is the third span? Third span is also similar to the first span. Only loading and its span dimensions are different. Okay. Now I will write MFCD. So this will become MFCD, and this will become MFDC. Okay. Now MFCB will become, so MFCD will become minus, this direction is anti-clockwise, minus W AB square by L square. Okay. And this will become minus W is how much? W is 30, A is 1.5, and B is 2.5 times square by L. Total L is how much? 4 square. Okay. So if you solve this, so let me erase this also. So if you solve this, how much you will be getting? So you will be getting minus 17.58 kilonewton meter. Minus 17.58 kilonewton meter. Similarly, MFDC, its direction is clockwise as I have shown in the figure. So this will become WA square B by L square. So this will become plus 30 times 1.5 square times 2.5 whole divided by 4 square. So this will become plus 10.55 kilonewton meter. So this is how we have to calculate the fixed end moments. So once you know the fixed end moments, what is our next step? Our next step is to calculate the slope deflection equations. Okay, right. So I'm going to clear all my drawings. So if you want, you just pause it and note it down. Next, what is step 2? Step 2 is of writing slope deflection equations. Okay, SDE. Right. Now first M dash AB. So I am giving M dash AB because for final moments I will remove this M dash. Okay, so M dash AB. equal to MFAB plus 2EI by L, 2EA by L. In our question, EA is constant, okay? 2EA by L times 2 times of subscript A, that is 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. This problem is not with respect to any sinking. Okay, if there is no sinking, this is 0. And what about theta A? If theta A is fixed end, so this is also 0. So if I rewrite the equation, so my equation will become 228.8 plus 2EA by L. So 2 by 5 EI and remaining term is theta. So 2 by 5 EI theta B. So take it as equation number 1. Okay, this is M dash AB. Similarly, M dash BA is equals to MFBA plus 2 times of EA by L into 2 times of first subscript plus 1 time of second subscript minus 3 delta by L. Okay, so this 3 delta by L is gone and this theta is also gone because you know the reasons. Okay, MFBA equal to plus 19.2 plus 2 by 5, okay, into 2 theta B. Okay, if I rewrite this equation, 19.2 plus 4 by 5 EI theta B. Okay, this is equation number 2, right? So first span I have completed, M dash AB and M dash BA. I will go for the next span. If you want to note it down, you please pause it and note it down. Okay, so I'm going to clear this. So second span is MFBC equal to, M dash BC equal to MFBC plus 2 EA by L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. Here 3 delta is gone, that is 0. Now remaining will become minus 13.33 plus 2 EI by, what is total span length? 4, I think it was 4 into 2 theta B plus theta C. Okay, so if you rewrite this equation, 13.333 plus 2 by 4 is 1 by 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 by 4 will gets cancelled. I am taking EA common over here. So EI theta B plus theta C by 2. Okay, so this is equation number 3. Similarly, M dash CB equal to MFCB plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. So again 3 delta by L is gone. Now MFCB is how much? Plus 13.33 plus 2 by 4 into EI into 2 theta C plus theta B. Okay, if I rewrite this equation, plus 13.33 plus EI theta B by 2 plus theta C. Okay, theta B by 2 plus theta C. This is equation number 4. So second span is also completed. Next I'm going for the third span. Okay, so in the third span I'm going to clear all my drawings over here. Okay, please pause it and write it. Next in the third span, MCD equal to M dash CD equal to MFCD plus 2 EI by L, okay, into 2 theta C plus theta D minus 3 delta by L. Okay, so this 3 delta by L is also gone now. MFCD is equals to how much? Minus 17.58. Okay, minus 17.58 plus 2 EI by 4 into 2 theta C plus theta D. All right, now minus 17.58 plus this will, if I am taking EI as common, so this will become theta C plus theta D by 2. Okay, so this is equation number 5. Next, M dash DC equal to MF DC plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta D plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. So 3 delta by L again it is gone. So now this will become plus 10.55. Okay, plus 10.55 plus 2EA by 4 into 2 theta D plus theta C. So if I rewrite this equation, 10.55 plus EI into, so I'm writing, initially I'm writing theta C, okay. So why I'm writing, you will understand very soon, okay. So this will become theta C by 2 plus theta C by 2 plus theta D. So this is equation number 6, okay. Now we are done with our equilibrium equation, sorry, slope deflection equation. Our next step is to calculation of equilibrium equation, okay. So that is step 3. So I'm directly going to the step 3, okay. This is step 3. Now if you see the diagram, so if you see the diagram or the question it is given, okay. So what are the two internal spans? These are the two internal spans, okay. At these two internal spans we should get an equilibrium, okay. Anyhow here we will be having equilibrium, here also we will be having equilibrium. So at support B and support C, okay, and also at support D, we should have sum of moments should be equal to 0. Sum of the moments must be 0 at support B, at support B, C and D, okay. So now at support B, if I write an equilibrium equation, so this will become m dash BA plus m dash BC, that should be equal to 0, not m dash BA, this final moment MBA and MBC should be equal to 0. Similarly, the moment here MCB plus MCD must be equal to 0, okay. Next last span MDC must be equal to 0. So how many equilibrium equations we are having? 3 equilibrium equations. So how did I write these 3 equilibrium equations? Okay, on what basis now I got these 3 equilibrium equations? Based upon kinematic indeterminacy only. Okay, what is that kinematic indeterminacy? Kinematic indeterminacy is with respect to the degree of freedom. Okay, it is with respect to the degree of freedom. So now theta A is 0 because you know the slope directly, okay, but theta B, theta C, theta D are unknowns now. So these 3 unknowns, for calculating these 3 unknowns, the number of additional equilibrium equations required other than the compatibility equations. So how many equilibrium equations are required? 3. How 3? These are the 3 displacements. Okay, so now our interest is to calculate 3 displacements. So what is compatibility equation of whatever the slope deflection equations we have written now, those are the compatibility equations, okay. Now I am going to write I am going to write the equilibrium equations and I am going to solve the equilibrium equations. So this is step 3, calculation of equilibrium equations. Calculation of equilibrium equations. Okay. Now, first at 3 joints we are having 3 equilibrium equations. First I will write at joint B. At joint B, I have told you that MBC, M dash BC plus M dash BA. Okay. So initially write BA here, M dash BA plus M dash B equal to 0. What is M dash BA for us? M dash BA is nothing but what? 19.2 plus 4 by 5 EI into theta B. This is what? This is just M dash BA. Okay, this value is corresponding to M dash BA minus 13.33. So here you have to add plus 13.33 plus EI times theta B plus theta C by 2. So this is what? This is with respect to M dash BC. Okay. Now if you solve this, 19.2 minus 13.33 is nothing but how much? 19 is positive, so plus 5.87. If I take EI common over here, so if I take EI common, first I am writing with respect to theta B. So 4 by 5 plus 1. So 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 by 5. Okay. So 9 by 5 theta B. And theta C is just theta C by 2 plus theta C by 2. So what is this equation? This equation number is 7. So at joint B, I have done my calculations. Next, I will go for joint C. Please pause the video and write it down. Next, equilibrium equation at joint C. Okay, equilibrium equation at joint C. So this is m dash CB plus m dash CD, that is equals to 0. What is m dash CB? M dash CB equal to plus 13.33 plus EI into theta B by 2 plus theta C plus minus 17.58 plus EI times theta C plus theta D by 2. Okay. So this is the equation. If you solve this equation, your equation we can rewrite it as minus 4.25 plus EI times theta B by 2 plus 2 times of theta C plus theta D by 2 is equals to 0. So this is equation number 8. Okay. Now at joint D, what is joint D? At a joint D, m dash D is equal to 0. So whatever the slope deflection you are having, so directly write that slope deflection equation. So 10.55 plus EI times theta D plus theta C by 2. Okay, so this is equation number 1. So to get theta B, theta C and theta D, what you will do is you take your calculator. Okay, you take your I am having this Casio calculator. Okay, so take calculator. Okay, press shift and mode and select equation number 5. So you will be getting equations. So in that equations, ax plus by plus c, that is equals to some constant. Okay, you take this and solve this, you will be getting theta b, theta c and theta d values. Okay, so how many, for which equations you will solve? For 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, not 6, 7, 8 and 9, you have to solve for 7, 8 and 9. So once you solve 7 and 8 and 9, you will be getting theta b and theta c. So once you know theta b and theta c, you substitute the theta c value here, you will be getting the theta d value. Okay, so this is how we have to calculate, right? So now theta b, theta c and theta d. Okay, take 3 equations, you will get this answer, right? Now what is theta b value? I got theta b value as minus 5.18 by EI. This is theta b. What about theta c? So this theta c is 6.924 by EI. What is theta d? Theta d is again minus 14.01 by EI. Okay, so now what you do is you directly take these equations and substitute in the file. Okay, I will be writing over here. So substitute values of theta b, theta c and theta d in step 2. What is our step 2? Step 2 is nothing but our slope deflection equations. So in the slope deflection equations, we have used notations m dash AB, m dash BA, m dash BC, m dash CB, okay, again m dash CD and m dash DC. This is how we have written 6 equations. So now our step 4 is for final moments. Final moments. So directly substitute this theta b, theta c and theta d values in slope deflection equation. Okay, now if I write that, now this m dash AB in the final moments, I will be writing the notation as MAB. Okay, so MAB, what you do is you just substitute this theta b, theta c, theta d values in all the 6 equations, you will get all the final moments of 6 final moments. Okay, so this I got it as minus 30.952. This is MAB, and MBA I got it as plus 15.048 I got, you can take it as 0.5. Okay, similarly MBC I got 15.08, you take it as 15.05. Next MCB I got it as 17.66 plus 17.66. See, all these units you should not forget to write. This is kilonewton meter and this is also kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is 17.6666 kilonewton per meter, and this is what MCB. Okay, now this is MCD This is equals to minus 17.66 kilonewton meter. Now you see, if you add this MB and MBC, what is the value? 0. And one more thing is there, that is MDC. Let me write it over here. MDC, if you substitute theta C and theta D, you will be getting this MDC as 0. Okay. Now you see plus 15.50, this is equilibrium. This is also in equilibrium. This is also in equilibrium. Theta B, theta C and theta D. So we have taken 3 equilibrium equations to solve 3 unknowns. We have got 3 unknowns, and also we have checked the equilibrium in these 3 joints. At joint B, this is BA plus BC, that is equals to 0. At equilibrium equations I'm talking about, M dash CB plus M dash CD equal to 0, M dash DC equal to 0. This is what we have written in our equilibrium equation. So we have got these final moments. Now with the help of these final moments, we have to plot the bending moment diagram. Okay, so let me clear all these drawings. So now before drawing that, we have to draw a free body diagram for drawing bending moment diagram. So first one is A, B, B, C, C and D. Okay, I'll be taking different color now. So M dash AB is minus. Minus means anti-clockwise. So I have to show the anti-clockwise direction over here. So this is 30.952, and M dash BA, that is clockwise, that is how much? 15.05. And similarly M dash BC, that is anti-clockwise, minus 15.05. So I have to write only 15.05. For that minus, I am showing this anti-clockwise. And next one is clockwise, that is 17.66. And next one is anti-clockwise again. This is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise, again 17.66. And here we have got the 0. So there is no moment. Okay. Now I will directly plot the bending moment diagram over here. You just see it. Okay. So how to draw the bending moment diagram? So final bending moment diagram equal to final moments in step 4, whatever the moments we have got in step 4. So those are the final moments plus the span moments. Okay, please note it down. I have to erase this. Okay, so undo. Right. So now I'm plotting the bending moment diagram. So now first I will be drawing the final bending moment diagram. Okay, so this is showing the upwards. How much is this value? 30.925. 30.925. Okay, so this is 30.95 and this is 15.05. So this is 15.05. So this is showing upwards and this is also showing upwards. At joint B, this is the net moment. Okay, so 17.66, 17.66 here. Okay, you please write this as 17.66. Okay. Now at joint C, we are having 17.66. Just okay. At joint D, it is 0. Okay. Now we join all these points. So these are the final end moment values. Okay, let me write those values. So this is 30 point. Let me take another color. This is 30.952. So this ordinate height, and this is 15.05, and this is 17.66, and this is 0. Okay. Next, the span moments. What is the span? If we are having eccentric loading. For eccentric loading, what is the formula? WAB by L. Okay, for eccentric loading, the formula is WAB by L. So W is how much? So W is 40. So 40 into 2 into 3 by, so first span. So AB equal to WAB by L. So what is WAB by L? 40 into 2 into 3 by 5. Okay. So this is 8 times 8 2 is 16, 16 3 is 48 kilonewton meter. This is the first span moment. At BC, we are having an UDL of 10. Okay, UDL of 10 and span is 4. That is WL square by 8. So W into W is 10, I told you. So 4 square by 8. So this will become, this is 16 by 8. 16 by is 2. 2 times of 10 is 20. So 20 kilonewton meter. And next one is span CD. In the span CD, what is the value? Again, that is also WAB by L. But W is 30 into 1.5 times 2.5 by 4. Correct? 1.5 times 2.5 by 4. So now, what is that value? That value is around, you will be getting 28.125. So take it as 28.13 kilonewton meter. So these are the span moments. So these are span moments. Okay. So for these values, now I have to plot the corresponding bending moment diagram. Okay. So let me erase all these things. Span moment values. Right. So first span is what? It is an eccentric loading. So we'll be having a this is a 48. Okay. And the next one is 20. So 20 just above this, because it is a UDL, because it is a UDL. So this is parabolic. Okay. Now this for parabola, and again also we'll be having one this loading. So this is how much? 28.125 or 125 kilonewton meter. So this is 20 kilonewton meter, and this is 48 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now I have to show you the negative and positive bending moment here. So this complete thing which is below the our span moment, this brown color thing is negative moment. Okay, here you have to provide the negative reinforcement. Okay, and the above, this is the positive reinforcement, and this is positive reinforcement. This is nullified. Okay, so this is A, B, C, D. So this is all about how to draw the final bending moment diagram. It's very simple. So it is not very difficult like your SM. It is very simple to draw final bending moment diagram in your structural analysis. Just if you know what are the directions, based upon the directions you can plot the diagram. Okay, in some other textbooks they will plot these diagrams, okay, on tension side. So how they will do, we will see now. Okay, so the same values, okay, all right, the same values. So they will plot just on the tension side. I will show you how they will plot on the tension side. Okay, I will just roughly I will show you how they will plot on the tension side. So how they will plot on the tension side, I will show you. So that 48 kilonewton meter, So this is how they will draw the bending moment diagram. So this is the negative reinforcement. Again, this diagram is also valid. Okay, so that is your choice, however you want to draw it. Okay, so this is positive side, this is positive, and this is also positive. So this we will be calling it as tension side. So this is the tension side. So this is how you can draw diagrams on tension side, but general conventionally what we will do is we will be drawing on the compression side. Okay, okay, either you can draw like this, or I can, otherwise you can draw whatever we have seen before. Okay, so this is about your problem number 2. Okay, tomorrow we will meet with problem number 3. Okay, thank you.